The best way to start an island morning. Ryan and Lisa on CFAX 1070.
So glad you could be here. Let's talk about one of our wonderful charities that does some cool work around Greater Victoria. I mean, they happen all over Canada, but Big Brothers and Big Sisters do operate in Victoria with their mentorship program, but they are in a bit of a pickle. They need to raise $250,000, they say, by the end of September to avoid cutting some of their programs. Let's find out more. We've got Amanda Hill, Executive Director of Big Brothers Big Sisters of Victoria Capital Region, on the line. Hello, how are you?
Hi, good. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, thanks for joining us here early in the morning on a Tuesday. And I want to find out more about what's going on with you guys. And yeah, it sounds like you got a funding crunch coming. What's happened?
Yes, funding crunch is the word. So basically where we're at is we're looking towards the next, into the fall and next year. And we just don't have the funds available to continue our programs as we have them today. And that means the 600 or 500 youth that we are currently working with are going to likely see that support not continue, and their families, of course, and the staff who do that work. So some difficult changes coming if funding isn't turned around for us in the next few months.
Can you explain what's happened? So did like a funding source dry up, or have donations just not been keeping up, or what's caused the shortfall?
Yeah, it's a combination of several factors, not one sort of significant piece, but we get funding from several sources, and actually folks often ask us about that. Well, doesn't the government fund your programs? And they do offer some funding for sure, and that's provincial funding and some, the municipal funding. It's difficult because the costs of doing those services that we provide have gone up and up and up. We know that this is an expensive city to live in, and it's an expensive economy in all sorts of ways for everyone, and those costs are inflating for us as well, and that funding doesn't keep pace with the costs increasing. So yes, we do get some funding, but it hasn't gone up at the same rate as the cost of providing the services has increased. And then we also receive donations from individuals and businesses. And again, they're also feeling that economic pressure and not contributing as much as historically. Foundations that do support us are also having to really choose carefully how they give their funds and what their priorities are. And those kinds of funding opportunities are really, really intense, because there's so many great charities doing work that the competition for those funds is really, really hard, and many deserving charities are after the same money. And then we also do sometimes events, and as we know, in our community, there's lots of great charity events, and for us, we haven't seen the revenue come through that we need from those kinds of events, and we're a small team, so we don't have the capacity to host a huge event that raises lots and lots of money. We also want to take the programming money and the funding money that we have and put it into our programs rather than put it into hosting events that doesn't necessarily give us what we need to continue.
So it sounds like a perfect storm of things just happening, causing this shortfall.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Combination. Yeah, definitely.
Let's just remind people quickly of what you guys do. I think Big Brothers and Big Sisters, people are very well aware of it, I think. But just in case you aren't, I mean, you give those mentorship programs to youth, right? Talk about what you do.
Yeah, so we provide life-changing mentorship for youth. We set them up with a trusted adult. We do one-to-one mentoring across 12 communities here in Southern Vancouver Island. And what that means is somebody who needs a friend, needs somebody to listen to, needs a trusted adult, we set them up with that person. And not only do we match them, but we support them through their journey. Sometimes for years and years, they become so connected. And many times that big brother and little brother, or big sister and little sister, stay connected well after they graduate out of our program. And we support youth 7 years old up to 18 We do in-school mentoring where we have one-to-one matches that happen in school during the school day. We have a program called BU for gender diverse youth and female identifying youth that we run in the schools and in the summer. And we have a program for youth who are part of the 2SL LGBTQIA+ community. It's called PRISM. And so all of our programs are offered free of charge to kids who need that person in their corner, that adult that's going to help them, listen to them, be there when they need somebody to talk to.
We're talking to Amanda Hill, Executive Director of the Big Brothers Big Sisters of Victoria Capital Region, and they are in a funding shortfall. They say they need $250,000 by the end of the summer in order to fund their programs coming for the coming year. We're out of time here, but really quick, if people are hearing this and want to help out, what can they do, or are there any kind of events coming up, or what's going on as far as the fundraising is concerned that we need to know about before we let you go?
Thank you. The best thing, the simplest thing, and the most impactful thing is just to make a donation, cash donation, online donation. Our website is victoria.bigbrothersbigsisters.ca, and you can just click the donate link right there. That's the easiest and most impactful way for us to get through this time of indeed pressure for our organization.
Well, good luck with this, and hopefully hopefully things turn around for you.
Thank you so much.